In the gravity process, our vision is to help you help more people buy vehicles from your dealership. And one way to be able to do that better is to understand human behavior. You've heard people say this before, that human behavior is so unpredictable. You never know what anybody's going to do from 1 minute to the next. But what if there was a tool that you could take with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, that weighed nothing, that would give you the ability to interpret, observe, and predict human behavior with 100% accuracy? That way you could provide solutions that are on the money, establish need properly, and be able to help more people buy. Wouldn't that be an unbelievable tool? Well, guess what? We're bringing it to you in this video series titled The Gravity Dials. Now, the Gravity Dials is that tool that I'm just referring to. It is a tool that you can take with you, a mental tool that weighs nothing, that gives you the ability to observe, predict human behavior so that you can establish need, provide solutions that are on the money, and confirm that those solutions met the need so that you can help people buy. Now, the Gravity Dials is an invention of the gravity process that gives you the ability to predict. And here's how it works. Okay, well, there's a few things that you need to know before you can access and use the gravity dials to help more people buy. And here are the things that you need to know. Number one is there are 6 gravity dials. Now, up to the filming of this video, there are 6 gravity dials. We're not saying that that's it. But in the last 15 years, we have not added a single gravity dial to the gravity dials. There may be more out there, but as far as we know, these are the 6 gravity dials. Now, each gravity dial has a corresponding positive side and a corresponding negative side to each of the gravity dials. When a gravity dial on the positive side is 100%, that means the negative influencer is 0%. Let me give you a quick flyby of the 6 gravity dials, and then in the next videos, we'll dive into each one to give you a clear understanding so that you can use this concept immediately after watching this video so that you can help more people buy. Sound like a game plan? Great. Well, the first gravity dial I'd like to tell you about is gravity dial number 1. And gravity dial number 1 is confidence versus uncertainty. Think about this. If confidence, which by the way, as you know, is the goal of the gravity process, is 100%, what is uncertainty? Well, if you're 100% confident, you are 0% uncertain. And in the gravity process, we need our customers to be able to feel confident. Confident in what? The feeling of safety, performance, appearance, comfort, and economy. Some, one, or all of these factors is enough to push your customer over the edge to say, I need a new solution. And that's why they're at the dealership. That's why we use the green sheet to turn over the puzzle pieces so that we can access where the customer's confidence is and where it's missing, so we can provide the missing confidence so that the customer feels confident in the solution, so that we can confirm that that solution met the need and we can help that customer buy. Gravity dial number 2 is reality versus illusion. Think about this. Oftentimes in our process, the combat of illusion versus reality can sidetrack and even ruin a potential opportunity. Customers may have ideas about what their vehicle is worth or what the price is about that vehicle, but not really have any hardcore evidence. So what is that? That is illusion. That price is too high. I want more for my trade. Careful how you handle these situations. Nothing kills illusion like reality. So what I'm saying is, when you're going to make your customer feel confident, which is gravity dial number 1, about the price, and they have illusions about it, let's say the trade, a great idea is to bring them some reality with these numbers and break it down for the customer so that they have an idea and can feel confident in your solution of the price of their trade or of the vehicle, because you are using tools that will make them feel confident. And also using sources that they can access themselves, where they can say, you know what, he's not hiding anything or she's not hiding anything, and that makes me feel confident. Does that make sense? So when illusion is 0% and reality is 100%, that is a situation that can make that customer feel confident, because nothing kills illusion like reality. And that's gravity dial number 2. Gravity dial number 3 is relevance versus pressure. Think about this. If you're being 100% relevant with your customer and using reality as a solution to make that customer feel confident, then you shouldn't be able to access or have to use any pressure. And in fact, in the gravity process, when it comes to gravity dial number 3, relevance versus pressure, we realize that relevance exists in the absence of pressure, or pressure exists in the absence of relevance. If you're not being relevant with your customer and haven't turned over the puzzle pieces, how could you possibly provide a solution that's on the money? You won't be able to, and you won't be able to access the 5 most powerful words. These are the inner working gears of the gravity process. So what are you going to have to do? You're going to have to be a shark and use pressure, and people don't like that. So by understanding the gravity dials and relevance versus pressure, you want to dive into that green sheet so you can turn over the puzzle pieces and activate the 5 most powerful words, because that removes pressure. Gravity dial number 4, logic versus emotion. If logic is 100%, that means emotion is 0%. And this is obvious wherever you go. If you're ever trying to build a piece of furniture and you're not good at it, you get the instructions and you usually miss a piece and you get all excited, and what happens? Your emotion goes to 10 out of 10 because logic becomes 0 out of 10. Now, this is one small example, but it happens all the time. You can think of a customer situation where if you're not going to provide some reality with your number, that customer may get emotional because the logic isn't in the equation. You need to be able to provide logic when it comes to price and when it comes to trade, so that you can make your customer feel no emotion and all the logic, so that they can feel confident in the solution. And gravity dial number 5, which is loyalty versus desperation. Think about this, and this is more for salespeople, that if we are loyal to our sales process and loyal to our customers, there should be no desperation. And in fact, when we feel desperate, there is a lack of loyalty, usually to our process or to our customer experience, which is causing us to feel desperate. When loyalty is 100%, desperation is 0%. This gravity dial can be applied all over the real world right now today. And when you see somebody acting desperate, they have nothing to be loyal to. So in our gravity process, be loyal to your gravity process and you won't encounter any desperation. And is that what you want? I thought so. And gravity dial number 6, which is urgency. And urgency is the combination of hope of gain and fear of loss. Hope of gain without any fear of loss is total gain, and that is a problem. And fear of loss without any hope of gain is total loss, and that isn't good. So the clever combination of hope of gain and fear of loss creates urgency. This comes into play when we're talking about e-leads and incoming phone skills, because the best way to set a solid appointment is by using urgency. Hope of gain, that's a nice vehicle. Fear of loss, there's been a few inquiries on it. This can annihilate things like best price because we've answered that situation with the ingredients of urgency, which will promote that customer to want to set an appointment right away so that they can see that vehicle, get the information, and you can help them buy. So those are the 6 gravity dials, and in our upcoming videos, we're going to dive into each one of them. Get ready to understand these gravity dials so that you can help more people buy today.